Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to John Mickelson Stadium on the campus of Eastern Arizona College. I'm Lee Patterson. Thanks for joining us this afternoon for a historic day at Eastern Arizona College, the first ever collegiate soccer game here at Eastern Arizona College. It features the visiting Mustangs from Western Wyoming Community College and your Eastern Arizona College Field Monsters. Hope you're having a good afternoon or evening wherever you are joining us here this afternoon. The starting lineups first for the visitors under head coach Brady Baldwin in his first season at Western Wyoming. A freshman from West Bountiful, Utah, number 3, Addison Feinauer. A freshman from Layton, Utah, number 7, Kayla Arns. A freshman from Wellsville, Utah, number 9, Brindley Ritchie. A sophomore from Lehigh, Utah, number 13, Emma Grantham. A sophomore from Bountiful, Utah, number 16, Esther Broom. A freshman from Riverton, Utah, number 17, Mackenzie Osborne. A sophomore from Liberty, Utah, number 21, McCall Hogue. A sophomore from Sandy, Utah, number 22, Grace Pruden. And a sophomore from North Ogden, Utah, number 23, Tess Toman. And the keeper this afternoon for the Mustangs from Idaho Falls, Idaho, number 99, Camry Fellows. And the starting lineup this afternoon for your Eastern Arizona College Gila Monsters' first ever soccer game. Inaugural starting lineup for Eastern Arizona College. And they will start in goal, 0 from El Paso, Texas, Ashley Zaragoza. A freshman from Japan, number 4, Nao Yasuda. A freshman from Hooper, Utah, number 7, Marley Sanford. A freshman from France, Cilian Fajeda. A sophomore from West Bountiful, Utah, number 14, Emma Lindsay. A freshman from Brazil, number 14, Maria Antonio Coelho. A freshman from Eagle Mountain, a couple of freshmen from Eagle Mountain, Utah, twins, Abby and Maddie Haslam. A freshman from Eager, Arizona, Round Valley High School, number 23, Sam Madrid. A freshman from Fillmore, Utah, number 24, Kara Kemp. And to round out the 11 a day for the Monsters, a freshman from Lehigh, Utah, number 26, Abigail Schmidt. I'm going to go out on a limb and say most of these athletes here today have played against each other at some point in their soccer career, with almost 95% of the starting lineup today hailing from the state of Utah. Hope you are ready to go this afternoon. First game for both these teams here this afternoon. Charles Long, the new head coach for Eastern Arizona College, assisted by Camille Hudson here today. The Mustangs in red and black today, Eastern in white and purple. Heat going to be an important factor this afternoon. I talked to the coaching staff from Western Wyoming, and they said it was in the mid-70s when they left to make their Arizona trip. We may get to the mid-70s at some point in the middle of the night this time of year. So the heat will be – it is hotter today. Let's see, officially at kickoff today, 104, the official temperature here this afternoon in Thatcher, Arizona. There is a little bit of a breeze going outside. The flag's whipping around, so we'll get this show on the road. Both the Eastern women and men will be at home on Saturday evening for a doubleheader with College of Southern Nevada. The Eastern men were on the road today at Salt Lake City, the 4th-ranked team in the country. They fell 7-0 in their first ever soccer game. Looks like we're just about ready to get things underway. The officials got here early today. They walked the pitch to make sure everything was in compliance. It got the thumbs up, and we're ready to play. College soccer at Eastern Arizona College. For the first time ever. 133 years in existence as a school, and the first ever collegiate soccer game Got 45 on the clock. Are they ready to go? We are awaiting the whistle to get this underway. And there we go. We are officially playing soccer at Eastern Arizona College. Eastern with the possession. That's Samantha Madrid with the cross to the near side. Heavy pressure by the Mustangs early. To the near side to Kara Camp. Through ball coming out, and that'll be a throw in for the Mustangs. Addison Finehour with it along the line and out of bounds over to the Monsters on a throw in. Camp with it on the near side, has some room. Displaced there at the middle, but still in possession with Eastern. Cillian Pereira with the pass up the near side into the box. Knocked away and out of bounds. It will be a throw in. And they're going to say far side. Was it offsides? It might have been far side. The flag might have been up. It's going to be a goal kick for the Mustangs. Fellows boots it. Kept in by the Monsters. Emma Lindsay chasing it down the far side and out of bounds. Throw in to Eastern. Samantha Madrid into Pereira. Over the line again. It'll stay with the Monsters. Early on. Throw in, comes into the box. Right side, lefty towards the goal and just out of the reach of Camry Fellows. First shot on goal for the Monsters goes wide. It will be a goal kick for the Mustangs. Camry Fellows, freshman keeper from Idaho Falls, boots it away. Kept in by the Monsters. Marley Sanford. But it trickles out along the far line, and it will be a throw in for the Mustangs. Battle for it near midfield. Mustangs come away with it. Stolen away by Eastern with Coelho. Up the far side now to Samantha Madrid. And out off of the Mustangs on the far side. Got to break out some binoculars to see some of those numbers here this afternoon. Eastern possession in the corner. Stolen now by the Mustangs. Eastern gets it back. Sanford with some pressure. Now up to Emma Grantham. Near side now to McCall Hogue. To the near side to Finehour. Stolen away by the Monsters. Emma Lindsay with it. Now to Pereira. Stolen away by the Mustangs. Ritchie with it, and they'll settle. Oh, kicked away. Stolen away by Lindsay, but right back into the possession of the Mustangs. Finehour up the near side with the long pass and knocked out of bounds by Abby Haslam, the freshman defender from Eagle Mountain, Utah. Steal on the inbound, on the throw-in by the Monsters. A hard tackle, no whistle, play on, says the referee. Stolen by Abigail Schmidt, long pass over the head of everyone, and Fellows will corral it for the Mustangs. Up to the near side, but right to Camp, who tries to turn and sprint down the line and stays in bounds and corralled by the Mustangs. Cross midfield now. Toman with it. Tries to cross, taken away by the Monsters. Yasuda with it, up to Camp near side. Camp reverses it to Pereira. Now Pereira back to Camp. She's on the run to the near side. She's got some room. Makes a move inside into the box. Has some room and running on. Not going to get there is Maria Antonio Coelho. And Fellows gets save number 2 for the Mustang. Boot into the box now for the Mustangs. Save there by Zaragoza. And Eastern will just get rid of it on the far side, and it will be a throw-in for the Mustangs. First save of the day for Zaragoza. First save of her career here at Eastern Arizona College. Throw in far side. Cross into the box, headed away by Haslam. And out of bounds, it will stay with Western Wyoming. Monsters try to clear it. It goes out of bounds. It will stay with Western Wyoming near the midfield stripe. And substitution in for Western Wyoming, we'll see Regan Jorgensen, a freshman from Lehigh, Utah, in for Tess Toman. Throw in for the Mustangs, far side. With the cross, mishandled in the middle of the field, and Western Wyoming will settle back. Picked up by Pereira. Middle of the field, Monsters have numbers, and a long pass by Sanford, just a little long. Fellows easily able to scoop that one up for Western Wyoming. Ritchie with it on the run. Comes to the near side to Hogue. Hogue back to the middle of the field. Pass on, gets behind the defense. Cross pass, going to go in for the goal. No flag, that is a good goal. Western Wyoming scores the first goal here at Eastern Arizona College. Believe that was McCall Hogue who had the last touch of that one before it went into the back of the net. 1-0 Mustangs. Into the lineup for the Mustangs will be number 8, Aliana Billman, a freshman from Idaho Falls. Monsters trail now 1-0 and mishandle at the midfield stripe. It'll be a turnover back to the Mustangs. Mustangs with possession, knocked away by Eastern and out of bounds. Not sure, but it looks like the scoreboard has, it's starting to move. Ball gets into the box, but Zaragoza handles it easily. Pass to Camp to the near side for the Monsters. She'll leave it back to Pereira, back to Camp. Up to the near side for Coelho, but Stolen away by the Mustangs. Into the front court, Pruden with it. And kicked out of bounds off of the Monsters. Billman will throw in. Into the middle of the field. Nobody there but the Monsters. Samantha Madrid in possession. Near side to Pereira. Up to the near side. On the run to Yasuda. To Camp. Down the sideline. She's got some room. Makes a move. Gets into the box. Crosses. And nobody home in white. Tried to clear by the Mustangs. Now they do. Pereira went down. No whistle. And the Mustangs have numbers. 5-on-4 the other way. Into the front court, Grantham with it. Yasuda able to clear it. And they're going to stay off of Eastern. It will be a corner kick for the Mustangs. First corner kick we've seen this afternoon. 1-0 Western Wyoming lead here in the inaugural collegiate soccer game at Eastern Arizona College. Setting up the corner is McCall Hogue. To the left of the keeper. Looking back into the sun comes the cross. It's knocked away by the Monsters and out of bounds. We'll stay with the Mustangs and more substitutes into the Western Wyoming lineup. Number 4, Quincy Chipman. Number 10, Ashton Carlson. Number 5, Sharon England. And number 23, Tess Toman back into the lineup. We mentioned the heat, 104 degrees at the start of the game today. This is how the Mustangs are combating that. It'll be a throw in for the Mustangs. Aliana Billman, freshman from Idaho Falls. Into Ashton Carlson. Her cross is knocked down by Eastern and kicked out of bounds. Saves from a goal kick. Saves from a corner kick. It will be a throw in for the Mustangs. Throw in, headed back. Still in possession by the Mustangs. Lefty towards the goal and just a little bit wide. That looked like Brinley Ritchie with the shot. Check that. Yeah, number 9, Brinley Ritchie with that attempt. Long outlet knocked out of bounds by the Mustangs. Throw in for Eastern. Coelho on the far side. Can't hang on to it. Back to the Mustangs. And a handball called against Eastern. That'll be Mustang possession. Kick into the 18, corralled and possessed, and a handball called against the Mustangs, and that'll give it right back to the Monsters. Out to Yasuda, near side for Eastern. Get it down to Camp to the near side, but it does not stay in. It goes over the line and out. Throw in for the Mustangs. Ritchie with it. Out to Toman, back to Ritchie, onto the foot of Jorgensen. Jorgensen tries to get it past Madrid, off to Yasuda, and she's going to kick it towards the line. I don't know that it's going to get there and go, and it did get there and go out of bounds. Be a throw in for Billman. Into Toman. All the way down into the right corner. Turns the corner and kicked away by Eastern, but right onto the foot of Billman. Back near side to Carlson and saved by Zaragoza for the Monsters. Approaching the 15-minute mark of this game. Coelho with it for the Monsters. Gets it back to Yasuda. Back to Coelho. Near side to Camp. Camp dispossessed and out of bounds. There'll be a throw in for Eastern. Yasuda has some room now to Emma Lindsay, and Lindsay tries to turn the corner and just loses it over the line. It will be a goal kick for the Mustangs. My math is correct. A 9th-minute goal by the Mustangs gives them a 1-0 lead here over Eastern. Carlson with it for the Mustangs. Sends it and out of bounds to the Monsters. Into the Eastern Arizona College lineup, number 22, Grace Abeg, a freshman from Pleasant Grove, Utah. Esther Broom back into the lineup for the Mustangs as well. Lindsay with the header, picked up by the Mustangs though, into the hands of Madrid. Madrid to Pereira, right side, over to Sanford. Sanford up right side to Maddie Haslam. Haslam has some room, gets it back into the middle, has a shot and knocked down in the box and picked up by Fellows. And Monsters didn't get a shot off there, but they had a good chance. Good effort down the pitch. And Eastern going to get another chance as Sanford there to break it up. Fellows to Tillman. Through ball. Nobody home. Eastern will pick it back up. Near side to Abeg. And kicked off of the shin of Yasuda and out of bounds. And more substitution for the Mustangs. Addison Feinauer back into the lineup. Also, Kyla Arns. There's a few down on the Monster bench. Talking to Coach. It looks like they will have some substitutes getting ready to come in as well. Feinauer with it for the Mustangs along the line. Over to Carlson. Back out now to Broom. Into Jorgensen. Jorgensen has it knocked away, picked up by the Monsters. Back to Yasuda. Yasuda finds some room. Down right side, Eastern has a runner. Not going to get there in time. And the Mustangs will reset. Monsters with it back. And a pass to the far corner. Nobody home for the Monsters. The Mustangs will corral. Up to Feinauer. Feinauer tiptoeing the line. But Pereira there for the Monsters. And it will go out of bounds to Western Wyoming. Into the Eastern Arizona College lineup will be a freshman from Eagle Mountain, Utah, Kylie Holt. Abby Haslam, Maddie Haslam, Kylie Holt, all went to Eagle Mountain High School. All still playing soccer here together for the Monsters. Toman with the ball, double teamed. Not a Feinauer for the Mustangs. Kicks it through, and Eastern will be the first one there. And in the middle of the field to Schmidt. Schmidt can't hang on to it, but she's able to get it back out of bounds and save a fast break opportunity. Throw for Feinauer into Jorgensen. Stolen away by Eastern into the middle of the field with some room. That's 19 Kylie Holt, who's just off the bench. Near side to Abeg, to Pereira. Back to Holt, to Abeg. Has it just outside the box, looking for someone moving. Now she's going to bring it back out on top to Yasuda. Eastern setting it up. Kick into the box. Fellows there to corral it. Almost lost it. Fellows had to hang on to it a little bit longer because Eastern had a runner. Just couldn't get there in time, and it'll be a kick for the Mustangs. Up to Carlson. Midfield circle. Taken back by Eastern. Near side to Yasuda. Yasuda, one touch right into the foot of Feinauer. Feinauer with it. To Carlson. Heads it over to Jorgensen. Into the foot of Toman. Back to Carlson. She hits the deck. Play on. Stolen back by Jorgensen. Back to Feinauer to Jorgensen. Tries to get around Yasuda, but Yasuda, nice defensive position there to keep her from going through. Jorgensen still has it, though. She's going to cross it. Finds a foot, but didn't have enough on it as Arns was there, but really easy save there for Ashley Zaragoza, the freshman from El Paso. 1-0 Northwest Wyoming on top here over Eastern, but Eastern has a run at it. Holt with it far right side. Looking for some room. Goes towards the line, into the box, and saved just over the head of her intended target for the header, right into the hands of Fellows. I'm not so sure Fellows saw that until it was in her hands, because there was some congestion there in front of her. Looks like we're going to have a hockey line shift coming at the next dead ball for Western Wyoming. Into the box. Carlson's left-footed attempt won't go from the top of the 18. Saved by Zaragoza. Monster ball. Pereira with it. Back now to the middle of the field. That looks like Lindsay with it. Lindsay coming left. Back to Pereira. One touch into the box, and it's cleared towards the line and out of bounds. Back to the Monsters. And we will have a water break timeout. And probably not a bad move in a 104-degree afternoon in Thatcher, Arizona. We'll take a break as well. 1-0 Northwest Wyoming on top of Eastern Arizona College. You're watching women's soccer on the EAC YouTube feed. Welcome back here to John Mickelson Field. Throw in for the Monsters after the water break. Eastern will keep possession after a nice defense there by the Mustangs. Madrid with the ball. Right side now to Holt. Holt into the box and some room. Can't get it in, but Eastern will keep possession and get a reset. That was Grace Abeg, who had an open net on the near side, but couldn't control it on her foot. To kind of just slid off. Didn't get the foot around it. It just kind of knocked off of the edge of her foot. Stayed in the box, though. Monsters just weren't able to capitalize. That's probably the best look the Monsters have had here so far in the first half of this one. Yasuda with the ball, near side. Leave it back to Haslam. Haslam with the long through to the near side, poked away, but got back into the hands, onto the foot of Eastern. Pereira with it. Some fancy footwork down the near side, but eventually loses it into the middle of the field. And out of that scrum comes the Mustangs with the ball. Up to the midfield stripe, but eventually gets away from the Mustangs. Yasuda will get it now for Eastern. Back to Haslam. Haslam up to Pereira, back to Yasuda, near side. Yasuda, back to Pereira. Pereira back to Haslam. She'll go crossfield to Schmidt. Schmidt with the long drive down the field and kicked out of bounds by Fellows. It'll be throw-in for Eastern. But first, a substitution for the Monsters. Kaylin Larson, the freshman from here in Thatcher, Arizona, will make her collegiate debut. Feels like the clouds have found the sun here in the last couple of minutes. There is a slight chance of rain in the area. So we'll keep an eye on that the rest of this one. Madrid with the ball. And out of bounds down the far sideline. Stolen on the throw-in, though, by the Monsters. It's a free ball. It's a 50-50 ball down in the box. Eastern with it, with a chance. And a kick off of a foot of the Mustangs, and the Monsters will have their first corner of the season. Maria de Sousa, freshman from Brazil, will take the corner from the far right side. Looking for a low line drive into the box, kicked away by the Mustangs, and they'll get possession. To Ritchie. Up the near side to Pruden. Back to Feinhauer. Feinhauer with the long through, and it's going to be corralled by Zaragoza for the Monsters. She'll flip it quickly out right side to Larson. Larson up right side to Holt. Holt in a battle far side. It's won by the Mustangs. Now off to Ritchie. Ritchie looking for 13 Immigrantum on the run, but there to corral it in first is Zaragoza for the Monsters. 1-0 Northwest Wyoming on top of this one in the inaugural collegiate soccer game here at Eastern Arizona College. Good crowd here on hand for an afternoon tilt. And 150 of you tuning in to us here on YouTube. We appreciate that. Over the top into the box, and there to make the stop is Zaragoza. Madrid with the ball near the midfield stripe. Near side now to Lindsay. Through ball to Madrid. She's onside. Can she get there? She does. And kicks it off the shin. It'll be a corner kick for Madrid. Madrid, last 2 seasons, was on the Eastern Arizona College women's basketball team here at Eastern, if that name sounds familiar to any of you. It'll be a corner from the near side now for De Sousa. Into the box, heeled up and over. And it'll be a goal kick for Western Wyoming. More substitutions for the Mustangs into the game. Number 12, Lily Bailey. Number 2, Regan Jorgensen. And number 23, Tess Toman. Fellows boots it away for the Mustangs. Sanford there for the Monsters. Tries to come near side, but Jorgensen will get it for the Mustangs to Yasuda. Off the left foot of Holt, but Eastern still has possession. Now far side to Sanford, out to De Sousa. Tries to find Lindsay. Lost her footing a little bit as that pass came in. Into the Eastern Arizona College lineup, number 21, Ellie Morse, freshman from Kaysville, Utah. Replacing 26, Abigail Schmidt. And into the Mustang lineup, number 5, Sharon England from Star Valley, Wyoming. Fellows with the boot, stolen away by Eastern, but right back to the Mustangs. Nice defense there by Larson for the Monsters, but can't clear it. Mustangs keep coming. Now to Madrid, center of the field. Right side to Morse. Back to Larson. Larson back to Morse, right side. With some room to run. Now to Emma Lindsay. Lindsay turns, gets into the box, makes 1, makes 2 miss, still has it, and the kick in, the score! Emma Lindsay scores the first ever soccer goal for Eastern Arizona College to even this one up. Comes in the 31st minute of the first half, and we're tied at 1 apiece. Lindsay made 3 miss in the box before she put it in the back of the net off her right foot to even the score at 1. Into the Eastern lineup, number 12, Riley Molaski, sophomore from Syracuse, Utah. Back into the Western Wyoming lineup, Ashton Carlson, and number 4, Quincy Chipman. 1-1. Eastern and Western Wyoming all knotted up here in this one. Into Quincy Chipman, and she tries to chip it ahead, and nobody there. It'll be a goal kick for the Monsters. Up the right side. That's the side the attack came from last time for Eastern. Larson clears it. Across the stripe. Now to Lindsay. Boots it down the right side, on the run. With the fresh legs is Molaski. Across into the box, and it's going to be scooped up by Fellows. So forever the answer to a trivia question. Who scored the first ever soccer goal at Eastern Arizona College? Emma Lindsay, the sophomore from West Bonneville, Utah. I'm not sure that'll ever make it on to Jeopardy, but it will forever be in Eastern Arizona College history. Jorgensen has it for the Mustangs. Knocked away there by Eastern. By Haslam. Now far side over to Morse, and they'll kick it back to Zaragoza. For Eastern. Larson gets a foot in the way, steals it away for Eastern. But right back, nice reverse heel kick by Madrid. Long through ball right side, and not going to get there is Kylie Holt, who was in full stride, just a little bit over her head. Now she's going to have to run all the way across the pitch to the near side because she's headed to get a breather, and Kara Camp coming back on for the Monsters. Coming back on for Western Wyoming is Aliana Billman. And going to the bench for Western Wyoming is Callie Hill. "12 minutes left in the first half of this one. All square, 1-1, Eastern and Western Wyoming. Been a good soccer game, soccer match so far. Tolman with it left side. Up to Carlson. Carlson swings it to the near side. D'Souza there for the Monsters. Off to Larson. Larson gets it off to Madrid. Madrid turns, looks for somebody down the right side, and said she'll just take it herself, and now gets it down to Camp. Camp can't corral it, and it's kicked out of bounds by the Mustangs, and Eastern will have a throw-in. Throw in, right side. And across, Eastern has it with D'Souza. D'Souza still has it. Another save, but the second effort is good, and the Monsters lead. Marley Sanford didn't give up on it. Fellows couldn't corral it, and Sanford off the left foot into the back of the net, and the Monsters take a 2-1 lead. 36th minute. For Marley Sanford and the Monsters on top. You put pressure on a keeper with that many in a box, and good things happen. On to the pitch for Eastern, number 13, Melody Alder, a freshman from here in Thatcher, Arizona. And with about 10.5 minutes left in the first half, the Monsters take the lead. Eastern with it again. Alder with it, looking for a move down the left side. Alder pulls it back and kicked out of bounds by the Mustangs. Yasuda with the throw in. Down the far sideline to Lindsay, first goal scorer. And kicked out of bounds. I think it's going to be a throw-in right near the corner circle for Eastern. Yasuda with the throw. Into the box to Camp. Camp can't hang on to it, and cleared by the Mustangs. Yasuda there to get it back for the Monsters, though. The middle of the floor to Madrid. Off right side to Morse. Morse with the ball right side to Camp. and kicked away and cleared, but out of bounds by the Mustangs. Back into the lineup for Eastern Arizona will be number 15, Maria Antonia Coelho, the freshman from Brazil. And back in for the Mustangs, number 13, Emma Grantham. Emma Lindsay will get a well-deserved water break. Monsters with it, with some pressure again. Camp with it right side. She'll leave it out. Now back on top with some room. A turn and fire just off the post. Monsters bidding for their third of the first half. Off the foot of Marley Sanford. She was looking for her second of the half. That showed some pretty impressive strength there by Sanford. Accepted the pass, turned and fired, and that thing almost caught the inside of that far post. Fellows set now for the Mustangs. Off the head of Molaski. Keep it in the Monsters' end. Now right side to Morse, who dribbles it off of her foot and out of bounds. Back into the Monster lineup. Number 10, Cilian Pajeda. Back on for the Mustangs, 16, 21, and 22, Broom, Hogue, and Pruden. Mustang throw. Now Madrid has it for the Monsters. Poke through with a run down the far sideline. That's Camp, who can't keep it in. And it'll be a goal kick again for Fellows and Western Wyoming. The Monsters in the first half weathered the early storm from the Mustangs. The Mustangs went up 1-0, and then 2 unanswered goals for Eastern off the foot of Lindsay and Sanford have given Eastern Arizona a 2-1 lead as we approach the end of the first half. Nice defense by Eastern as Haslam gets it away, but catches a shoulder in the side of the face in the process. She stays in the game, though. Cross trying to find a cutting Coelho into the lane, but Fellows there to catch it and end the threat for the Monsters. Yasuda with it. Comes to the near side looking for Coelho. It's cleared out of bounds by Hill. It will stay with the Monsters. They've got a throw in. Schmidt will come back into the Eastern lineup as Haslam will come to the sidelines, and she'll get looked at by head athletic trainer Steve Oram, and she caught a shoulder to the side of the face as she was clearing that one, and now the coaching staff for Western Wyoming wants a word with the head official here today. They were satisfied with that. It'll be an Eastern throw. Into Coelho. Right back to Yasuda. Yasuda down the line, far side to Alder. And offside calls. The flag is up on the far side. Hill, the sophomore from Plain City, Utah. Boots it away to Alder, near side. She finds a teammate in the middle of the field. That's Camp. Yasuda with it on the run. To the near side, leaves it to Alder. Alder, back to Yasuda. Yasuda, the edge of the box to Coelho. Coelho back to Yasuda. Into the box to Camp, and a little bit too hard. That was exactly what the Monsters were looking for. They had it set up, but the touch was a little bit too much by Yasuda. And Fellows able to keep it for the Mustangs. Carlson with it. Now on to Esther Broom. Stolen away by Eastern. Off to Alder, but back into the possession of the Mustangs. Yasuda with it. Now to Pereira. Off to Madrid. Now swing it far side. Morse with it. Down to Camp and cleared by Western Wyoming. It'll be an Eastern throw. Another substitution. As Addison Finehour will come back on for the Mustangs, replacing Kyla Arns. 2-1 Eastern Arizona College on top. The inaugural soccer game. There'll be a doubleheader Saturday here at Mickelson Field, Mickelson Stadium. Food trucks. And a turnover on the throw by the Monsters on the far side. Eastern with the steal on the far side. Can't hang on to it as Hogue with the possession. In the middle of the field now to Toman. Toman back to Broom. Broom has it blocked by the back of Samantha Madrid and keeps possession. Broom near side. Yasuda with it. She'll try to clear it to the near side and does, and out of bounds off a call. Eastern will get a throw in. That went right into the Eastern Arizona College bench. Got to be paying attention. Into the Eastern lineup will be number 18, Maddie Haslam. She's returning for Samantha Madrid. Yasuda with the throw in. Down low to, or downfield to Coelho. She tries to turn. Has it knocked away. Yasuda to inbound, into Camp. Camp has it knocked away, and Yasuda sacrifices her back, knocks it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Mustang. A header by Pruden, tries to knock it down, knocked away by Eastern. Into the hands, or onto the foot of Finehour. She has it knocked out of bounds by Alder. Finehour to inbound. Yasuda there to almost clear it onto the head of Coelho. Now to Camp, and she is upended on the way by. It's going to be a throw-in for the Monsters. Long throw to Coelho. She's going to handle it into the middle of the field. Now loses it. And a late whistle against Eastern. It'll be Mustang ball. Official waited to see if there was any advantage. When there was, blew the whistle, brought it back. We have reached halftime here at Eastern Arizona College, and at halftime, the score, Eastern Arizona College 2, Western Wyoming 1. We'll be back for the second half coming up after this.
Maybe just now, right? Because he's over there. So we're going to have him be the goalie. We're going to have Rayshawn Seamster. Everybody give it up for Rayshawn Seamster. There we go. We're going to have him get up. We're going to have him come out. We're going to have some fun. If you want to come out, you're more than welcome to come out too. So we're looking for more volunteers. So let's do it. We're going to try to score on the 7-2 guy. Anybody can come out. Here we go. Y'all want to come out? Anybody can come out. Let's do it. Here we go. All right, who's first? Let's see who can score for Anton. Who's going first? Here we go. We got Matacho. Oh, here we go. Oh. That doesn't get it done. Here we go. Who's next? Hey, let's get it. Let's get it one line. Here we go. All right, here we go, V. Here we go, V. Lock in. Oh. Here we go. Let's get in one line. Watch your head. Here we go, Felix, all the way from Sweden. Here we go. Oh, we got some heavy foots out here. Porterwood. Oh, that was close. That was close. We're getting closer. Here we go, Kiki. Here we go, Kiki. Yep, let's hop in line. Hey, y'all make the line. Y'all hop in line. Let's get in the line. We got a lot of people want to come out. Let's get in the line. Here we go. Here we go, Zod. Oh, good try, good try. Hey, let's get in line, let's get in line. Here we go. Oh, Anton's locked in out here. He's getting a lot of stops. Hey, B, y'all get in line. Here we go, we go one at a time. Let's get in line. All right, here we go, here we go. Oh, good try. Anton's locked in right now. Let's see if somebody can sneak a goal on him. Uh-oh, we got action. Oh, help, 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 help. All right, here we go. Noah goalie. Oh. Anton might be goalie of the year right now. All right, okay, then let's see if we can get some action. No. Who's next? Here we go. Oh, this one right here. This here right here. Oh yeah, we good. This a bucket. There it is. Oh. Here we go, Kiki. Oh. Little off-speed action there. Try to do some off-speed. Ooh. No. Go. Make sure the little one. Oh, let's get in the mix. Hey, there we go. Our first goal. Out the first. There we go. Who's next? Go, we got 2 stops. So 4 people in it. You can come out. We got 2 stops. We got 6'11". Matacho gonna be the goalie on this side. So we got 6'11" and 7'2" on this side. Here we go. we go, here we go. Let's get it mixed. What we doing? Y'all hopping in? Where y'all going? For sure, for sure. I'm gonna let y'all slide. Here we go, here we go. Let's see what we got going on down here. Anybody can score them a thought? Here we go, here we go. We got a couple more minutes. And we out. All right, here we go. Teams are coming back out. Let's clear the field. Here we go, here we go. Teams coming back out. Let's clear the field.
Go, Kaylin! Go, Kaylin!
Here we go. Let's clear the field. Can we make some noise for our participants out here? Get a little hand clap for them. The break came out. Thank you guys again for coming out. We're going to have some fun. Monster Bridge is tonight at 6 p.m. at the Fine Arts Auditorium. Also this weekend, we have both men's and women's soccer back here. So it's going to be a lot of fun things going on. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm Coach Chris, I'm out.
Welcome back here to Eastern Arizona College, John Mickelson Stadium. Lee Patterson with you. We're ready for the second half. Monsters lead at 2-1 over Western Wyoming. Western Wyoming started the scoring with an eighth-minute goal by McCall Hogue. Eastern answered back with a 30th minute goal by easy for me to say, Emma Lindsay, and then a 34th minute goal by Marley Sanford made it a 2-1 ball game. Western Wyoming with it to start the second half. Emma Grantham with it. Top of the box, floats it in. Save there by Ashley Zaragoza for the Monsters. We thank all of you watching wherever you are watching from. I think it'd be kind of fun to find out where everybody is watching from. Go ahead and, if you can, in the comments, let us know where you're watching from. And if you're watching from somewhere far from Thatcher, Arizona, let us know what time it is where you're watching. It's late in the afternoon here in Thatcher, Arizona. Eastern with it. A little bit of pressure. Now back to the Mustangs. Herrera with the long run to the near side as Maddie Haslam couldn't quite get there. As keeper Camry Fellows able to stop the threat for the Monsters, or from the Monsters. Pleasant Grove, Utah. Thanks for joining in. Headed out of bounds by the Monsters. It will be a throw in by the Mustangs. Long cross off a defender for the Monsters. Monsters repossess it on the far side. Up to Sanford. Sanford with a long cross to the near side. Haslam on the run, and it's going to be cleared by Fellows. That was about as much of a 50-50 ball as you can get on the run. Ohio, 8:40. Thanks for staying up past my bedtime. Wellsville, Utah. Saratoga Springs, Utah. Bremerton, Washington. We got people tuned in all over watching the very first Eastern Arizona College soccer game. We appreciate that. Should be here all season long. We've got the doubleheader on Saturday as well. Syracuse, Utah. Welcome in, Plain City, Utah. Got a women's basketball player from Syracuse, Utah here at Eastern Arizona College as well. Couple of fans in the stands from Utah as well. It'll be Hogue with it. Flip on. Zaragoza there to clear it. Nice turn on the far side by Coelho. She's got some room in front, and she's got a player to the near side and not able to get across. But Eastern will keep it. And a save there by Fellows for the Netherlands. Luke Jusen from the Netherlands. 2:43 a.m. Bless you. Western Wyoming with it into the near side. Nice through ball. Far side, Emma Grantham, and knocked away by Haslam and out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Western Wyoming. At halftime, the clouds built and covered the sun, so the sun and the heat is a little bit more bearable outside. the breeze is kicked up with storms in the area. Cross through the box, nobody home in red. It'll be a goal kick for Eastern, and looking for a ball. There we go. Zaragoza, Ashley Zaragoza, El Paso, Texas freshman, Burgess High School. Set to boot it away for the Monsters. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. My Portuguese is not up to par, so I am not going to attempt it on a live stream. High up and in from way downtown for Western Wyoming. 23, Tess Toman. Lulled to sleep. And Tess Toman gets it open over Ashley Zaragoza to even this one. Tess Toman for the Mustangs evens this one at 2. You get kind of almost, I mean, obviously it was a shot because it went in, but it looked like she was trying to find somebody crossing through the box and just up and over. Long pass, Haslam on the run, and not able to turn the corner. It will be a goal kick for the Mustangs. Eastern able to get the ball back, but a little bit in a hurry and out ahead of everybody. Be back to Western Wyoming. Schmidt stops the attack, but Western keeps possession. Eastern with the steal far side up to Coelho. Back near side, and Eastern will settle. Middle of the field. Now across to the near side to Haslam. Haslam back to Madrid. Madrid, right side to Haslam. Now to Pereira. Pereira with it. Settles back to Madrid. Even at 2. Now across to the far side to Yasuda. Finds Pereira in the middle of the field. And stolen away by Western. Schmidt there to clear it away. Stops the attack. But Western keeps it. Near side, Hogue with it. Haslam with it now for Eastern. Up the far side. And a hard tackle and a whistle against Western. Yasuda. Set. Monsters in position at the edge of the box. Floats it up. Headed out there by Hill. Seems so far here in the second half that Western has decided they're going to be a lot more aggressive offensively. Has spent a ton more time in the Eastern end. Long pass corralled there by Western and off the toe and out of bounds. Nope, they're going to say it's a corner kick off of Eastern. Haslam the last to touch it. Pocatello, Idaho. Welcome to the broadcast. It'll be a corner for the Mustangs, far side. Floated into the box. Headed up, and punch. Tried to punch it out, and the header can't find the back of the net by Kyla Arns. Zaragoza got a hand on it to punch it out, but it just kind of floated up. Are they going to say last touched by the Monsters? It looked like Arns was the last one to touch it. She tried to head it out, but they're going to say it's another corner kick for the Mustangs from the near side. Floater to the top of the box. Loose. Still loose. And a whistle and a handball. Against the Mustangs, but the long ball gets corralled by the Mustangs. Near side and out of bounds to Eastern. Madrid will throw in. Down to Coelho. Good positioning. Off to Lindsay. Lindsay back to Coelho. That ball is spun. It may not get past the line, and it does. It will be a corner for the Monsters. Looks like we will have a keeper change for Eastern Arizona College at the next time. Cross into the box, headed up by Madrid and out of bounds. It will be a goal kick into the game for Eastern Arizona College. Will be 24, Kara Camp, along with 21, Ellie Morse, and into net will be number 1, Eva Jusen. It paid off staying up over in the Netherlands. Eva Jusen into net for the Monsters. Ava Yoshin, according to the PA announcer. It'll be a goal kick before Western Wyoming. Headed back in by Madrid. Haslam has it near side. Back to Morse. Morse cross on top to Madrid. Madrid has it knocked away and picked up by the Mustangs. Back to the near side to Haslam. Haslam gets it back to middle of the field to her sister. Now far side to Yasuda. With some room. On top to Sanford. Sanford near side to Haslam. Haslam. Room at the edge of the box towards the far posts and up and out. She had some room. It was a great job there by Ellie Morse to clear the defender. The defender went with Morse. Haslam turned and had some room and let it fire from the edge of the box, just too high. Back into the lineup for the Mustangs will be number 10, Ashton Carlson, replacing Emma Grantham. All knotted at 2. Western Wyoming and Eastern Arizona College. Yasuda with it far side for the Monsters. With the one touch down the far side to Camp. Camp in the corner. Back to Yasuda. She'll settle. Now goes. Knocked away by Feinauer, and she'll clear it back to Haslam. Now in onside, no flag. She's onside. Far side is Lindsay. Lindsay cross and saved by Fellows. There was a threat there for the Monsters, but Fellows able to come through with the big save. If that got past Fellows, there was 2 white jerseys there with an open net. Monsters with possession. Now near side to Camp with it again. Camp on the run. Looking for the cross. In the box. Lets it go. Still live. And Western Wyoming clears. Out near side to Morse. Now back out to Carlson for the Mustangs. Near side pass. Haslam there to cut it off for Eastern. And it's going to be out of bounds off of Western Wyoming. It's going to be a throw in for Eastern Arizona. Deep in their own end. Into Haslam. Double team there, loses it. Carlson with it. Back in the middle to Jorgensen. Eastern with the steal, up to Camp. Nice ball. So leave it for Madrid, middle of the field. Madrid wearing the captain's armband for Eastern. Near side. Morse with it, up to Haslam. Haslam loses it, and they're going to say off of Eastern. It'll be a throw-in for Western Wyoming. Back into the Mustang lineup, number 12, Lily Bailey, and number 8, Aliana Billman. Coach Baldwin has used substitutions often in this one. Schmidt comes through with the left foot, slows it down off to Yasuda. Now back out to Broom for the Mustangs. Madrid with a tackle and wins the ball. Looking for a long one. She does, up to Haslam. Haslam on a foot race down the near side and won by the Mustangs, but kicked out of bounds by Bailey as Haslam was still putting on the pressure. And on top to Morse. Morse can't handle it. And cleared by the Mustangs. Headed by Schmidt, and everybody on the deck there. No whistle, play on. Madrid now with it. Near side to Morse. Morse to Haslam, who tried to sneak it into Lindsay. Mustangs saw it and got it away. Far side, Haslam to Haslam, and that one's going to go over the line. Be a goal kick for the Mustangs. .28 minutes remaining in this one. Tied at 2 between Eastern and Western Wyoming. First ever soccer game here at Eastern Arizona College. No whistle. Eastern comes away with it. Madrid floats one over the line. Into the Eastern lineup will be number 19, Kylie Holt, the freshman from Eagle Mountain, Utah. Back into the Mustang lineup, 21, McCall Hogue. Out for the Monsters is 22, Grace Abeg. Eastern with some nice defense on the goal kick. Still in possession. Looking for her second of the match. Turns the corner, still has it, and then finally cleared into Haslam, though. Wyoming will chase it down in the corner. Emma Lindsay was looking for her second. Same way she scored the first time. She got past 2 at the top, was able to keep her feet. Off to Madrid. Madrid turns, looking for some opening. Gets it off to Haslam. Haslam with the fire and Fellows there to make the save for the Mustangs. Monsters have been good at midfield and on the back end so far today. They've pushed up for some chances on offense too. Schmidt tries to cleared out, not able to do it. But Eastern still in possession. Long pass to the near side, can't stay inside the line. Into Jorgensen. Far side now to Hill. Taken back by Eastern at midfield with Yasuda in possession. Far side now to Holt. Holt back to Yasuda. Nice defense there by McCall Hogue for Western Wyoming. Eastern with it, and a whistle. That'll stop play. Little extra aggressive on the far side. Look pretty clean from here, but we are far away. Be a kick for the Mustangs. Hill fires to Carlson. Back to Jorgensen, center of the field. She loses it to Yasuda. Yasuda into the front, 2-on-1 now, but cleared. As Kara Camp nearly had a one-on-one breakaway opportunity. It'll be a throw-in for Eastern near midfield. Back into the Eastern Arizona College lineup. Number 10, Cilian Pereira, and number 29, Maria de Sousa. And back on for the Mustangs, 23, Tess Toman. She's got the lone goal here in the second half that evened this one up at 2. Throw in far side. Cut off by Hill. Battle far side, now picked up by Holt. Holt down the sideline. Turns. Leaves it back for D'Souza. Now to Pereira. Pereira to Yasuda. Yasuda floats it into the box. Still alive. And going to be corralled and kicked away by Western Wyoming. Back to Haslam. Near side. Haslam leaves it for Morse. Now back to Haslam on a sprint near side. Bailey gets there first. Kicks it out of bounds for a throw for Eastern. Into Lindsay. Lindsay turns on the line. Cross. And saved just before. Nice opportunity there for the Monsters. Thwarted by Fellows. Looked like Holt was on the back end of that one. Mustangs in possession, midfield. Kicked away by Pereira. Eastern has some room. Near side to Lindsay. Lindsay back on top to D'Souza. She'll poke it through. And an injury to Emma Lindsay. And we've hit the water break portion of the second half. Been a good one here between Western Wyoming and Eastern Arizona. The score with 22 minutes left in this one. Eastern 2, Western Wyoming 2. Back after this. Welcome back here to John Mickelson Stadium. Lee Patterson with you. Thanks for joining us this Thursday evening, afternoon into evening here in Thatcher, Arizona. 2-2 ball game between Western Wyoming and Eastern Arizona. As we get back to live action, it will be free kick for the Monsters. Floater into the box, headed towards the goal by Wyoming, but corralled by Fellows. Decent set piece there for the Monsters. And a whistle and a foul called against the Mustangs. The wind has definitely picked up, shifted, now blowing to the southeast. Ball in, Eastern in possession of it, around the near side. That's Sanford with it. Sanford crosses and cleared by Wyoming. Out of the box, but Eastern keeps it in. Haslam with it. Gets past the defender. Nice move there. Into the box. Floater and saved by Fellows. Another half a foot taller. That's over the head of Fellows and onto the head of a Monster on the backside. Western Wyoming wastes no time, though. They're back quickly, trying to find Carlson. And out there is Houston to corral it. And she'll get the offense started the other way. She had to come way out as Western Wyoming was pushing up quick. Haslam saves that. Nice move by Haslam to keep it in bounds. She'll leave it back to the near side to Morse. Morse, long ball, knocked away by Bailey, but still onto the foot of a Monster. Into the box, and offside flag is up as Pereira had made the move. It'll be a kick now for the Mustangs. Yasuda onto the foot of Sanford. Near side to Morse. Morse has some room. Finds Lindsay. Lindsay turns, crosses, and is it going to go touch? Nope, they're going to say no touch. It'll be a goal kick. Into the Eastern Arizona College lineup will be number 6, Kaylin Larson, the freshman from here in Thatcher, replacing Schmidt. Back into the Western Wyoming lineup, 13, Grantham. 4, Quincy Chapman. 7, Kyla Arns. And 3, Ray Addison Feinauer. We're back to live action. Western Wyoming boots it away. Eastern able to keep it in. Oh, they're going to say off of Morse. It'll be a throw in for the Mustangs. Near side, Morse got a good break on the ball, just couldn't find it with her foot into possession of the Mustangs. Hill with it right side. Looks like Feinauer with it. Finds Toman in the middle of the field. Comes left on the attack and knocked down by Larson. To Haslam. Haslam goes from offense to defense, now back to Toman. Toman, another floater, and that one's going to get out of bounds. She scored from about that same spot on her last shot, very similar to that one. Just a floater up over the head of Zaragoza that went in. The only goal here in the second half. But it's leveled this one at 2. Yasuda with it. Jorgensen with the attack now. Near side to Toman. Haslam there at the middle of the field. Turns, keeps the ball. You can see the wind's really picked up on the field too now. The jersey's starting to whip in the wind. A steal near midfield. Finds a cutting Grantham. Grantham resets. Now back into the middle of the field to Hogue. Hogue has it poked away and stolen by Pereira. Now she's got to get out of there with it for Eastern. She finds D'Souza on the far side. Up to midfield now to Holt. Holt near side to Haslam. Holt calling for it and just short on the pass by Haslam. Hogue with it. Works against Larson. Up to Grantham and booted away for the Monsters. D'Souza with it, far side. Goes out of bounds off of Western Wyoming. Back into the Eastern lineup, Samantha Madrid. Replacing Morse. Yasuda into D'Souza, has it knocked away. Lead pass to Chipman, knocked away by Larson, and over the line it will be a throw-in for the Mustangs. About 15 and a half minutes left in this one. The next goal could be the deciding one. It's been a defensive half, only one goal combined. Into the box, popped up, and then cleared by the Monsters. Hill back into the near side. Madrid chasing it down for Eastern. With Hogue on her hip. And Hogue loses it over the line. And then throws it in. And the official says, no, not your turn. Brindley Ritchie back into the lineup for Western Wyoming. Back into the Eastern lineup, number 15, Maria Antonia Coelho. Madrid's throw in to Coelho. Fought for and won by Coelho. And then she is sandwiched and hammered down to the deck. Slow to get up. It will be Eastern ball, though. She tapped it, tried to beat the double teamed, and got sandwiched. Now Madrid ready to boot it. Low line drive, kicked away by the Mustangs, and Larson will keep it in to Coelho near side to Pereira. Pereira splits the double team, now on the run. Back to Coelho off of her heel, and it'll be back to the Mustangs. Off to Hogue on the run, long through pass. That one's to the near side to Grantham. Up and over, just missed by Grantham. She was eyeing that one as she let it go off her foot, and that one kind of knuckleballed, but ended up over the top. Could use other sports terms in soccer. I've made up that rule. Madrid with it near side. Booted away at midfield by Ritchie. Off to Larson. Larson back to the near side. On to Holt. Holt on the run near side. She's got runners with her into the box and cleared by Hill. Back to Pereira, and her shot on goal is right into the arms of Fellows. She'll boot it away with the wind into the shin of Madrid. Back to Holt, near side. And kicked out of bounds by Western. Madrid will throw it in. Far side down to Lindsay. Lindsay not able to hang on to it, but forces a turnover. It'll be a throw in by Holt. Thanks, Dawson. I appreciate it. I only needed one approval anyways. That makes it law now. Into the Eastern lineup, 24, Kara Camp. Under 12 minutes left in this one. Monsters and Mustangs tied at 2. Throw in by Eastern, headed out by Hill. Now a long through ball near side. And a whistle and an offside flag up on the far side. That'll give Eastern possession. Haslam. Downfield. That ball on into the box. There was nobody back there in white. Sanford was up there fighting for the ball, but nobody replaced her and went back. And that ball harmlessly into the arms of Fellows. A whistle and a foul against D'Souza. It'll be possession back to the Mustangs, but first into the lineup for Western Wyoming, 16, Esther Broom. And into the Eastern lineup, 22, Grace Abeg. D'Souza will be heading off for the Monsters. D'Souza holding her nose as she's coming off. Maybe, I think she's coming off with a bloody nose. Western Wyoming puts it back in play. Pereira there to kick it down for Eastern. Clears traffic. Tries to find Coelho off the far side, but Western to the ball quicker. Eastern throw in on the far side. Into Coelho. Back to Yasuda. Ball's loose near midfield. Picked up by Western. Stolen back by Eastern. Here they come on the run. Through ball. Far side. And Eastern hits the deck. Emma Lindsay does, and they're going to say foul against Lindsay. It'll be Western Wyoming possession. One of the head scratchers in the game of soccer. You get hit to the deck, you continue to go for the ball, and then you get whistled. Hill boots it away. Couple of head taps by Pereira, and she hits the deck. Into the Eastern lineup will be number 12, Riley Molaski. She'll be replacing Coelho. Haslam set to kick it away for Eastern. Finds Molaski on the near side. Now to Madrid. Madrid stays on it. Molaski back to Pereira. Pereira to Molaski up the right side. She'll get it back into the center, looking for somebody in the middle. Unfortunately, only red there. Out to Haslam. Haslam near side to Molaski. Molaski with plenty of green grass ahead of her. Finds Lindsay. Lindsay turns, loses possession. Now the ball loose up at midfield. Larson with it. Larson to Molaski. Molaski a little touch. Didn't get enough on it, and going to go out of bounds. Madrid will be able to throw it in for Eastern. She's looking for somebody down. She finds Lindsay, who turns, loses the ball, and here comes Western Wyoming on the run. Eastern with 4 back, though. Grantham with it, and a big collision. No whistle, though, and Grantham slow to get up. It was a play on from the official. Grantham trying to walk that one off. Larson with the ball up to Pereira. Pereira turns, splits the double team. Now in the middle of the field, on to Mulaski. Mulaski on the run, right side. Mulaski against 2. Slows it back, now comes top, and cleared out of bounds. Eastern will throw it in. Samantha Madrid set to throw it in. Grantham telling her coaches, I'm okay. Madrid now with it. On the run. Madrid, far side to Yasuda on the cross. Yasuda into the box. Ball on. And in! Oh, just missed. I thought that was in. The officials say no touch, though. And it will be a goal kick. Eastern thought it was going to be a quarter. That ball was on. Eastern had a golden opportunity there to take the lead with just under 6 minutes to play. And they found the open side of the net, and from this angle, that looked like it was trickling in, but it missed it by, it may have bounced off of the post. That's how close it was for the Monsters. Mulaski with it, lets it go out of bounds. Eastern will throw it in with Sam Madrid. Madrid. That one must have slipped out of her hands as she let that one go. That one did not go the distance she was looking for. Madrid set to throw it in again. In on top to Larson. Larson to Pereira. Now to Camp. Now to Yasuda. Yasuda hip checked at midfield. Be a whistle and a foul. Possession for Eastern. Haslam fires it into the box. Fellows there for the Mustangs. Fellows boots it across midfield. Larson there to head it near side off to Madrid. Madrid with the long ball in, and it's off of the head of Camp and cleared by the Mustangs. Yasuda will inbound with a throw in, far side to Camp. Cleared out of bounds for another throw in for the Monsters. Yasuda with it. Now off to Abeg. Abeg. Back to Yasuda. Yasuda trying to go again. Hits the deck. No whistle. No advantage. No, they're going to say it is a whistle. And possession Monsters. Eastern's going to set up a set piece with Yasuda. See what she can get with the left foot. Yasuda fires off the head and over the net by Marley Sanford. That was a great pass by Yasuda. If we were playing American football, that would have gone through the uprights for 3 points, but unfortunately it does not count in this one. Back onto the pitch for the Mustangs, 21, McCall Hogue. Western Wyoming possession. Eastern able to corral it at midfield, off to Haslam. Haslam to Yasuda. Yasuda. The missed pass over there. But Eastern able to get it back to Haslam. Back to Yasuda. Tries to find Camp. Hill there to kick it away. Camp gets it back, though. Mulaski running free on the near side. onto the foot of Pereira. Pereira goes left into Camp. Camp far side and offside. As Lindsay couldn't stay onside, she tried as soon as she knew she wasn't onside as soon as the ball came off the foot. Haslam keeps it in possession for Eastern. Now on top to Hogue. Hogue near side to Broom. And stolen away by Larson. Nice defense there by Larson. She kicks it on, but Hill there to keep it away. Molaski with it near side. Long ball on. Chase down with room to run by Lindsay. Lindsay. Cross too high and out of bounds. Nice attack there by the Monsters. They've started to put some pressure on the offensive end. Back into the lineup for Western Wyoming. Number 12, Lily Bailey, the sophomore from Liberty, Utah. Possession to the Mustangs. Headed back in by Sanford. And it will go over the line and be a goal kick. Clock here says 38 seconds left in this one. We'll see what the official clock says down on the field. Header, not cleared. Onside. Cross into the box, kicked out by Hill. Eastern still in possession and still onside. Molaski with it. And now the offside flag comes up. And it'll be a turnover back to Western Wyoming. That is it. 3 whistles. And this one tied at 2 at the end of regulation. What a great first game here for Eastern Arizona College women. First ever soccer game here at Eastern Arizona College ends in a 2-2 draw. Eastern will be back in action again Saturday here against Southern Nevada. The women at 5, the men at 7:30, I believe, are the times. So that'll be back here at John Mickelson Stadium. We'll have the same feed up. Thanks those of you from Western Wyoming watching this one, and everybody from all over the world tuned in to watch Eastern Arizona College soccer. I'm Lee Patterson. Thanks for watching. We'll see you Saturday. Have a good night.